On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Cluster.
A group of similar things or people close together, often forming a distinct mass or unit.
Examples:
Live in a cluster. A cluster of stars. A cluster of grapes hung from the vine.
Galaxy.
An independent group of stars, interstellar gas, dark matter, etc., in the universe, bound together by gravity.
Examples:
Elliptic galaxy. A galaxy of famous actors. The Milky Way galaxy has numerous water-bearing planets.
Bound.
To move forward by leaps and bounds, to form the boundary of something.
Examples:
Bounded with delight. Bound up a staircase. Canada bounds on the United States.
Mutual.
Common to or shared by two or more parties.
Examples:
Share of a mutual fund. Mutual efforts. They cooperated for their mutual benefit.
Gravity.
The force that attracts a body towards the center of the earth or towards any other physical body having mass, a manner that is solemn.
Examples:
The attraction of gravity. Preserve my gravity. The astronaut felt weightless in space due to the absence of gravity.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Mysterious.
Difficult to understand, explain, or identify, having an aura of secrecy, intrigue, or puzzlement.
Examples:
Mysterious object. Mysterious stranger. The mysterious disappearance of the ship remains unsolved.
Universe.
Everything that exists, especially all physical matter, including planets, stars, galaxies, and all other forms of matter and energy.
Examples:
Theory of the universe. Expansion of the universe. The universe is about 13.8 billion years old.
Massive.
Enormous amount, very heavy and solid.
Examples:
Massive amounts. Massive stars. The recent economic downturn has resulted in massive layoffs.
Laboratory.
A workplace for doing scientific research or teaching science, a lab.
Examples:
Laboratory accident. Anthropology laboratory. Animal protection groups call for an end to animal testing in a laboratory.
Experiment.
The scientific test conducted to observe what happens and gain new knowledge.
Examples.
Experiment design. Series of experiments. His experiments showed highly positive results.
Probe.
A tool used for testing or examining, especially for medical or scientific purposes, or an exploratory mission to a planet or other celestial body. Verb, to investigate, examine, or search into something.
Examples.
A lunar probe. Probe for inside information. NASA sent a probe to study the atmosphere of Jupiter.
Distort.
To change something's shape, appearance, or sound so that it appears weird or unclear.
Examples.
Distort the facts. Distort the economy. Economists contend that taxes distort consumer behavior in general.
Extreme.
Very great in amount or degree.
Examples.
Extreme sports. Extreme weather events. Solar gravity creates extreme pressures and temperatures.
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples.
A mass of molten rock. Critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Mind-boggling.
Extremely surprising or overwhelming and, therefore, difficult to understand or imagine.
Examples.
A mind-boggling puzzle. A mind-boggling display. Educating hundreds of thousands of recruits is a mind-boggling task.
Addition.
The act or process of adding something to something else, the process of adding numbers.
Examples.
Chemical addition. Addition of vectors. In addition, private corporations provide healthcare services.
Feat.
A notable or impressive achievement, especially one that requires great skill or bravery.
Examples.
Intellectual feat. Feat accomplishment. It is an incredible feat to climb Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world.
Essentially.
Relating to the essential features or concepts of anything.
Examples.
Essentially correct. Become essentially same. Essentially, a society is an organism.
Isolate.
To physically or socially separate someone or something from other people or things.
Examples.
Isolate a compound. Isolate a patient. You should not isolate them from the community.
Subtract.
To take away or deduct a quantity or amount from a total, to remove or eliminate something from a larger whole.
Examples:
Subtract numbers. Subtract one from the total. I need to subtract the cost of my expenses from my income to see how much money I have left.
Starlight.
The light emitted or reflected by stars, often observed in the night sky, the radiant energy emitted by stars.
Examples:
Starlight sky. Romantic starlight. The romantic couple had a picnic under the starlight.
Blob.
A small amount or drop of a thick liquid or sticky substance.
Examples:
A big blob of yellow. A blob of jelly. A blob of ink fell on the floor.
X-ray.
A type of electromagnetic radiation that has a wavelength shorter than visible light, allowing hidden objects such as bones and organs inside the body to be photographed.
Examples:
X-ray scan. An X-ray of arteries. The doctor ordered an X-ray to see if there was any damage to the bones.
Emit.
To give off or send out something such as light, heat, sound, gas, etc.
Examples:
Emit a gamma ray. Emit air pollution. During the unloading, the container box emits a clicking sound.
Degree.
A unit of measurement for angles, temperature, or level of proficiency or achievement, a rank or level of academic or professional attainment.
Examples:
Bachelor's degree. Degree centigrade. She received her degree in psychology from the university.
Plasma.
Biology, the yellow-colored liquid component of blood, in which blood cells are suspended. Physics, one of the four fundamental states of matter, consisting of positive ions and free electrons.
Examples:
Plasma membrane. High-temperature plasma. Blood plasma makes up about half of the volume of blood.
Slide.
To move or cause to move smoothly along a surface without interruption.
Examples:
Slide a card across the table. Slide a glance. If necessary, you can slide the front seats forward.
Accelerate.
To make something faster or earlier, to cause to develop or progress more quickly.
Examples:
Accelerate a chemical reaction. Accelerate the car. The government tried to accelerate the commercialization of this development.
Particle.
A small piece of something, a word or piece of a term with grammatical function, but little or no significance.
Examples:
Charged particle. Particle energy. We can calculate the position of the particles statistically.
Temperature.
The degree of hotness or coldness of a thing or place.
Examples:
Extreme temperatures. The atmospheric temperature. Cities around the world set records for highest temperatures this summer.
Rough.
Not quite exact or correct, having or caused by an irregular surface.
Examples:
Rough and tough. Rough estimation. The vehicle bounced along the rough mountain road.
Draft.
A preliminary version of something that is not yet in its final form.
Examples:
A working draft. Write the first draft. During debates in the legislature, the draft of the law caused a lot of controversies.
Confuse.
To mistake one thing for another, to make somebody hard to understand.
Examples:
Confuse the listener. Confuse fantasy with reality. Her remarks confused the debate.
Puzzle.
A situation that is difficult to follow or solve, a game, problem, or toy that tests a person's ingenuity or knowledge. Verb, to cause someone to feel confused because of something difficult to understand.
Examples:
Crossword puzzle. Mathematical puzzle. This jigsaw puzzle is challenging because there are no pictures.
Physics.
The science of matter and energy and their interactions.
Examples:
Nuclear physics. Laws of physics. He studied the physics of radiation.
Disturb.
To interrupt someone who is trying to work, sleep, etc.
Examples:
Disturb the peace. Disturb his sleep. Tourists frequently disturb the island's delicate natural balance.
Atom.
The smallest unit of ordinary matter that forms a chemical element, composed of a nucleus and one or more electrons bound to the nucleus.
Examples:
Oxygen atom. Neutral hydrogen atoms. The outermost electron shell of an atom determines its chemical characteristics.
Interact.
To communicate or react with somebody.
Examples:
Interact directly with customers. Interact with one another. He should interact more with his colleagues.
Physicist.
A scientist who specializes in the field of physics.
Examples:
Talented physicist. Theoretical physicist. Einstein was an outstanding and famous physicist of the 20th century.
Smashing.
Very successful or impressive, causing something to be broken or destroyed.
Examples:
A smashing blow. Give smashing results. The band's new album was a smashing success, reaching the top of the charts.
Collide.
To hit something violently when moving.
Examples:
Collide head-on. Collide in midair. The interests of the two countries collide.
Representative.
Someone who speaks or acts officially on behalf of another person or group of people.
Examples:
An official representative. Sales representative. The media representatives had special passes.
Slice.
A flat, often thin, piece of bread, meat, cheese, etc., that has been cut from a larger piece, a wound made by cutting.
Examples:
A slice of the company's revenue. Slice a tomato thin. The children complained because one slice of cake was slightly larger than the other.
Bluish.
Having a color that is a shade of blue.
Examples:
Bluish cloth. Bluish color. The flowers had a bluish tint, indicating they needed to be riper.
Purple.
Of a color intermediate between red and blue.
Examples:
Deep purple. Purple sweet potatoes. The plant has a stunning purple blossom.
Represent.
To speak, act, or be present on behalf of another person or group, to form or constitute.
Examples:
Represent by a diagram. The characters that represent numbers. We elected him to represent us at the international conference.
Detect.
To find or recognize something, especially something difficult to see, hear, etc.
Examples:
Detect a bad event. Detect smuggling across borders. The security camera has detected 4 intruders.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Compound.
An item composed of 2 or more distinct elements combined, a chemical formed by the combination of 2 or more elements.
Examples:
Aquatic compound. Harmful compound. Common salt is a sodium and chlorine compound.
Observe.
To watch or notice something carefully, often to gather information or insights, to take note of something or someone, to celebrate or commemorate a special event or occasion.
Examples:
Observe a tradition. Observe wildlife. It is important to observe safety procedures in the workplace to prevent accidents.
Precise.
Sharply exact or accurate or delimited.
Examples:
Precise analyses. Estimate precise costs. The content is precise and informative for me.
Crazy.
Stupid or not sensible, very angry.
Examples:
Crazy about cars and racing. A crazy scheme. The rain and thunder are crazy today.
Similarly.
In almost the same way.
Examples:
Similarly situated. Have similarly great abilities. We argue that wages for temporary workers should similarly rise.
Cosmology.
The scientific study of the nature and origin of the universe.
Examples:
Physical cosmology. Modern cosmology. Cosmology evolved from people's philosophical questions about the natural world.
Expand.
To increase or to make something greater in size, number, or importance.
Examples:
Expand a lineup. Expand agricultural output. They hope to expand their business worldwide.
Expansion.
The process of becoming larger or more extensive, or the result of this process.
Examples:
Industrial expansion. Expansion project. The company is undergoing an expansion, opening new locations in several states.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Large scale.
Involving many people or things, and involving a lot of change or activity.
Examples:
Large-scale project. Large-scale agriculture. The company is planning to make a large-scale expansion of its factory.
Horrible.
Extremely unpleasant or bad, causing fear or disgust.
Examples:
Horrible accident. Horrible smell. The experience was horrible and left a lasting impression.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Simplify.
To make something more straightforward, more understandable, or easier to do.
Examples:
simplify my life. Simplify the process. Please simplify your explanation for the children.
Analogy:
a comparison between similar things that have similar aspects, often used to help explain a principle or concept.
Examples:
draw analogy. Historical analogy. Some kinds of machine learning models show an analogy to how people learn.
Sink.
To submerge or go down below the surface of a liquid or substance, to decline or deteriorate, to cause something to go down into a liquid substance or sink into something else.
Examples:
sink a lot of capital. Sink a buzzer beater. The abandoned ship slowly began to sink into the murky waters of the harbor.
Titanic.
Of or having a great size, power, or influence, of or relating to titanium, equals a light, strong gray, lustrous, corrosion-resistant metallic element.
Examples:
Titanic battle. Titanic compound. The Titanic ship sank on its maiden voyage.
Slightly.
In a small degree or extent, a little.
Examples:
increase slightly. Slightly alkaline soils. He moved his body slightly to the left.
Cheat.
To act dishonestly or unfairly to gain an advantage or to deceive someone, to break the rules or laws.
Examples:
cheat on my taxes. Cheat in a game. Even though he knew it was wrong, he cheated on the exam.
Ford.
A shallow place in a river or stream where it is possible to walk or drive across.
Examples:
ford a river. Across a ford. The river was too deep to cross, so we had to find a ford downstream where the water was shallower.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Enormous.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
enormous amount. Enormous potential. Shakespeare's output of poetry was enormous.
Ingenuity.
The quality of inventing things or solving problems in clever new ways.
Examples:
the infinite ingenuity of man. Abound in ingenuity. Creativity and ingenuity are often brought about by extreme concentration.
Concentration.
The ability to focus all your time and energy on one thing without thinking about anything else.
Examples:
concentration of armaments. His research area of concentration. This exam requires excellent concentration to pass.
Innovation.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation.
Examples:
Innovation leader. Cutting-edge innovation. The vegetarian burger was an innovation that quickly spread to the United Kingdom.
Inspiration.
Something that motivates or encourages someone to create or achieve something, or a feeling of excitement or creativity.
Examples:
Source of inspiration. Get inspiration from nature. He found inspiration in the works of his favorite authors.
Broaden.
To make or become wider or more extensive, to make or become more tolerant or liberal.
Examples:
Broaden students' knowledge. Broaden their horizon. The company broadened its product line to include more customer options.
Vision.
The ability to think about or see the future with imagination and intelligence, the faculty of being able to see.
Examples:
A prodigious vision. Telescopic vision. Driving is difficult for me because of my poor vision.
Zoom.
To move along very quickly, noun, the act of rising upward into the air.
Examples:
Zoom in on a photo. Zoom lens. He zoomed back in time to the soccer game.